Hi, this is Adrian from G-Spit. I'm the designer of this barbecue system. Today I'm going to show you how to unbox and put the barbecue together quickly and easily. Alright, barbecue box one. This one here includes the body of the barbecue, which can be just used as a grill with a height adjustment. So we open her up. Yeah, she's fully stainless steel, so it'll last you a lifetime. These are the T-bars. These are the height adjustable grills. So that's basically your temperature gauge, a height adjustable grill on a charcoal barbecue. So obviously the higher you put the meat up, the less the heat. And then you just give it a hand tighten. So these go in the ends here that adjust the height of the grill. And then you got the four legs. So it's very, very easy. Very, very easy. And the good thing about the legs being just tightened with a wing nut, wherever they are, in here, very easy to undo the legs, put it in the boot of your car, take it camping or in the caravan park, or when your mate wants to borrow one. And basically that's the height of it. That's all that sits in your car. So you don't need a trailer or a four-wheel drive. So I'll flip her over so we can put the legs on. So included in the nuts and bolts, we get 4 wing nuts that are for the legs. These are actually custom made wing nuts too. The ends of them aren't your standard butterfly. They look a lot nicer. You've got to look nice when you're cooking a barbecue, don't you? So we've got the 4 wing nuts put into the leg inserts, so we just put on the easy ones first. Okay, this is the important part. This is the wheel assembly. So basically, I've already done this one, and I'm going to show you how to do it piece by piece. So I'll just put it sideways so you can actually see how it goes. So we have the main bolt, washer. All the washers are the same thickness and size, so it doesn't matter which one you grab. That goes into the wheel like that. Next washer, wing nut, next washer, same as the last one, and that goes in here like that. And then we have, the only different washer is the spring washer. So you've got 1, 2, 3 washers that are the same, and then you've got a spring washer for each wheel. Then we have a nut the same as the inside nut to the wheel. Screw that one on. Then we have the end cap bolt. Then we have the end cap nut. That goes in the inside. So you just get your standard shifting spanner to fit inside here. And we tighten the 2 inside ones. And you'll start to feel them get tight. And you can also tighten the outside one by holding this one. You don't want it too much play inside the wheel, so you can just feel it. There we go. Once that's done, you grab this one, and then you tighten the outside one. And that's it. Perfect. And then obviously we turn it around so it's facing on the outside of the barbecue. This one's already done. And pretty much your barbecue's complete. So what we've done now is to flip the barbecue over because we've assembled the wheels and the legs. So simply, these are the height adjustable grill T-bars, we call them. You'll get 2 of these in your box, L-shaped bolts. The T-bars in the barbecue system I actually love. Basically, this is your height adjustment, this is your temperature gauge, this is how you control your heat. So they just slide into the middle insert, then you get 2 of these L bolts which screw on the end. Okay, also on the T-bars we have numbers with levels here. They're laser etched in so they won't wear out. So they're designed to keep the barbecue grill at the equal heights on each side. We've got the legs on, the wheels, the T-bars. Like I said, it's under 10 minutes. Last thing is our charcoal grate, designed perfectly for airflow, so you actually use very minimal charcoal. So don't ever fill up the whole bottom of your charcoal, of your G-Spit barbecue with charcoal, because it'll just be way too hot. So that just sits inside. And also I want to mention as well, we've got these cleats running on both sides of the body, and we've also got a crisscross cleat on the bottom of the base. So this barbecue, I've had mine for over 15 years now, and I've used it plenty of times for catering, cooked for thousands of people, and never once has this barbecue twisted or warped or changed shape in any way. And now you know why we've got these T-bars. Our fully stainless steel electro-polished grill sits on top. The width between each of these bars fit the thinnest of sausages. Okay, so the grill sits on top of the T-bars, and if you want to adjust your height, you simply tighten each end, lift her up and tighten. And as you can see here on both sides, this grill can go really high, so you can do butterflied Argentinian lamb or pig on really low heat, or you can cook with wood as well. When your grill's up high and you've got flame from wood, you've got no problems about burning your meat. And that's pretty much it. So basically, once you've finished assembling your barbecue, or if you're just using it as a grill in this situation. Okay, and finally, we have the lid, which obviously is used to protect the barbecue from the weather and also from dust. And what I like as well is once you finish barbecuing, you simply put the lid on, smother your coals, and any leftover bits of charcoal you can actually reuse in your chimney next time. And then last of all, included in our box as a complimentary accessory is our charcoal scraper. So if you do want to move your coals around, more so suited for rotisserie grilling, you can access your coals and move them around if you want to have even heat. And that also has a hook, which we'll show later on, for adjusting the height of your rotisserie motors and shafts. Okay, if you've bought the full package, this is all the accessories that you get as well. The rotisserie posts and motors. And this is basically to hold your basket, your Churrasco sword, your spit rod in place and hit the motors and hold the motor as well. Or spit rods, whatever you like to call it. They go in there. And then once again as well, you got your two L bolts, which simply screw on down the end. And I want to add as well that these have got etched numbers as well, so you can level out your spit rod or basket or Churrasco sword horizontally perfect. So you just set it at the number you desire. So here we got number 3. Okay, so here we've got number 3 as well as per the other side, so it's nice and level. Is our brushless stainless steel motors that are rated to 22 kilos of meat. That's 22 kilos of evenly balanced meat. So many times I've cooked 20 to 22 kilos of chicken gyros on here, or lamb gyros per shaft, no problem. So what that does is enables me to cook for 100 people on this barbecue at 400 grams of meat per person quite comfortably. So the motor sits on like that, and as you can see, it's rated 22 kilos. So I actually like to put the motors upside down. The only reason is if you want to lower your meat, even though very rarely you'll have to, but if you want to lower your shaft very as low as it can, the motor's not going to hit the L-shaped bolt. So we slide that on like that. Next is the standard 8mm shaft spit rod. So this is obviously for putting on your chicken, your gyros, your whole chicken, anything, you know, roast, whole lamb, boneless shoulder, lamb shoulder, any cuts of meat, they just prong on. Obviously you turn these prongs around. So what I pretty much use this for is putting on 2 pork rolls, or porchettas as we call it. You can put on a couple of chickens. So the prongs go like that. And also importantly, the width of these prongs from here to here is being calculated so it will fit perfectly inside a chicken and also your standard pork roll. A lot of prongs you can buy these days are wider, so they're just you actually end up having to bend them in to fit inside your meat. And also a lot of prongs as well have 4 sets of prongs. You're not spinning 50 kilos or 20 kilos of meat, you're spinning a 3, 4, 5 kilo piece of meat. So 2 prongs on each end is all you need. Okay, so the shaft or spit rod simply goes inside there. And then here we've got a cutout in the rod so this ain't gonna fall out or fall into the fire or slide out. For the Churrasco Sword, same thing, goes in there. And the next box, and these are all accessories you can buy later, you can add on if you like, no problem. We have, which I think is just awesome fun. This is if you want to really show off in front of your friends. This is our G-Spit Churrasco Sword. So this end here sits inside the motor as such. So I'll just get that back up to number 3. So this end here just simply goes inside the housing of the motor and rests there, and this turns. So you can do your Brazilian picanha rump cap, you can do pineapple, chicken wings, ribs, anything you like for that true barbecue, Brazilian barbecue experience. Okay, next accessory you get is the grill basket. I spent quite a time designing this because it's extra special. I love this. My family loves it. My wife loves it. You get the grill basket. And to construct this, you simply get this end which goes into the motor. The thread is anti-clockwise. The thread is basically opposite to the motor spinning, so these will never fall apart and your meat would, or your basket will fall into your fire. So you'll actually work it out once you tighten her up. Now what I like to do as well, this side I just basically tighten as hard as I can with my hand. So this end here, hand tight, is fine with the handle, and this side here, just a slight pressure, just lock in the end. That goes into the motor as such, like all the other, like the Churrasco Sword and the spit rod. What I love about this is you've got your height adjustable basket. So if you're cooking a fish, like a snapper for example, and the head's down this end, you can set, you've got 4 different levels here. So you can set your head on this side, and then you can lower this side here so it's nice and tapered so your fish isn't going to move around while it's turning. We put things like chicken wings in here, sausages, chestnuts around Easter time, which is April in Australia. So we put chestnuts in here, we roast them, turning around. Yeah, the amount of things you can do with this basket is endless. And finally, the discs, the Gyros discs. Everyone loves gyros on a spit. Great Greek tradition. My Greek brother-in-law's got me onto the gyros on the spit. Chicken gyros, lamb gyros, pork gyros, you name it. So these are also included in our package or an accessory. You can buy them anytime you like. Fully stainless as well, stainless steel nuts and bolts. So obviously that's there to secure your chicken gyros, lamb gyros on each side. Like your kitchen oven, like your gas barbecue 6-burner, 4-burner with the knob height, we basically have temperature control. If you don't have temperature control, you're not going to nail your meat. It's not going to be cooked perfectly. So any temperature control you have with charcoal or wood-fired grilling or spit cooking is keeping the meat away from the heat. That's it. So obviously we have height adjustable spit rod motors and shafts here to keep your meat away or higher from the heat. So lower heat means slower cooking for cuts like shoulders, so forth. And obviously same with your grill. When you're cooking first grade cuts like steaks, like scotch, ribeye, rump, for example, you want to have your meat as close as possible to the barbecue. But when you're doing chicken wings or sausages and you don't want an intense heat, you got to put your grill up high, and that's why we have a height adjustable grill and spit rod. Okay, so we're nearly there. Included in the barbecue box is the, like I said, the scraper. So what this hook here as well that I was telling you about before, when you want to adjust the height of your spit rods or your rotisserie, you simply hook that into the bottom and drop it or lower it to whatever number you want, and then you reverse, obviously repeat on the other side. The reason we have the hook on here, you can actually grab a towel and grab it here, but this gets quite warm and depends on the direction of the wind. So we've put the hook on there just to basically alleviate or stop you from having to touch this bar just in case. Last of all, we have our absolutely best charcoal chimney in the world, the G-Spit charcoal chimney. This is fully stainless steel and it's all ready to go. The handle's bolted on. You've got your stainless steel grate for airflow. We'll show you in the next video how to light this chimney in 10 minutes using 6 sheets of newspaper. What I love about this chimney is we spent quite a few years designing this. The airflow system of the way, the size and the positioning of the holes and the charcoal grate underneath is fully stainless, and it's not a plate, and this is not riveted in, so these rivets won't, this grate won't drop out one day and you've got to throw the whole thing in the bin. And what I love the most, the sexy handle that we've continued through the handles of the barbecue. This is fully stainless as well, so they're not plastic, which obviously over time, your barbecue, they can get hot and obviously melt, and wooden handles rot and can burn also. So this chimney will last you forever as well. We've got the logo on there obviously. So yeah, this is the best and the quickest charcoal chimney I've tried, and I've tried just about every charcoal chimney ever created. Measurements of this is about 30 centimeters high to 20 centimeters in diameter. So it's enough coals to get you going, just with, like I said, 6 sheets of newspaper, which I'll show you in another video. Also on the G-Spit charcoal chimney, we have the guard here to protect your hand from the heat from the charcoal.